Hi Pisces, welcome to your love reading for November 2018. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. Okay, so I already shuffled the decks for you. Let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get you 9 cards from this deck. This is the love reading for the sign of Pisces for November 2018. The first card that you have, Pisces, is the Fool. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. Death. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. 7 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. 6 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. 7 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. King of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for November. Queen of Wands. Okay, what's the most important message that Pisces needs to hear about their love life for November 2018? And your message, Pisces, is the World. So the World does represent endings and new beginnings. This can be closing a door to an old chapter in your love life. This is usually a very positive card of victory and just, time to move on. We'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. And if you would like to get a private reading with me, Pisces, you can just go to my website, channeledguidance.com. I'm also doing bonus readings on Facebook now, and there'll be a link down below. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here. Let's focus on the first row. So you have the Fool, the Knight of Swords, and Temperance. So you do start off with this energy of a new beginning. The Fool does represent taking a risk and a new opportunity, maybe taking a risk with a new person in your life. Now, seeing this with the Knight of Swords and Temperance, for some of you, there is an energy of like something new being offered to you, but in a very kind of unexpected way, with the Knight of Swords being here. The Knight of Swords means something has just kind of really surprised you. The Knight of Swords is kind of really hasty energy, really impulsive energy, not thinking things through very carefully. This could be somebody new coming into your life. It's a very unexpected opportunity. Now, for some of you, if it's not somebody new, this can be an old partner coming back into your life, an ex, maybe asking for a new beginning. Again, the energy of the Fool. This could be, something that happens totally out of the blue. The Knight of Swords is that kind of tower energy where this is something you did not expect. It can be with somebody new, but can also be with an ex. For those who are already coupled, this can also be, an unexpected new beginning for you and for your partner. Maybe things were really rough. Maybe you were moving towards breaking up or divorce. The energy of the Temperance here is just kind of slamming the brakes on this energy of like a new beginning. Temperance is saying take your time. So for some of you, if there's somebody new coming into your life, maybe you just met somebody new and things are moving really fast. Temperance is saying take things slow. If there's an ex asking you back, same message, take things slow. Think about this very carefully. Same message with those who are already coupled. Maybe there's, something changes with the Knight of Swords, something very unexpected. Take things slow. But I'm also getting with Temperance, this also is a card of compassion and not kind of pushing things to the extreme. So for some of you, this energy of the Knight of Swords could be something that's not so positive. It could be that maybe somebody was impulsive in a not so positive way. Maybe that was something that upset you. Temperance is telling you don't be forgiving and try not to jump to conclusions. Remember that the main energy is the World. It's time for some type of ending in your love life and also a new beginning, which is your first card. Now, in the second row here, you've got Death, again with that, message of endings and new beginnings, with the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So for some of you, there can be things from the past, the 6 of Cups, that are just coming up again in the month of November. It could be that you can't stop thinking about, you know, maybe someone from the past. You can't stop thinking about an ex. For some of you, it can just be that you can't stop thinking about maybe everything that has happened in your past. The Six of Cups is focusing on the past, daydreaming about it, focusing maybe on, you know, kind of emotional baggage. And the Death card is saying there can be maybe a big breakthrough here. The Death card is a big deal. I mean, when you see the Death card in any reading, this tells you that there is something very, very significant that will happen. And you have something significant happening here, but it's connected to your past. Now, I see a pretty clear message here in this reading. And for some of you, it can, I feel like for some of you, it's a general reading. So for some of you, it is for you, and for others, it may not make sense. But I feel like there can be some type of major clarity about someone from your past, because you have the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups right next to it. The Six of Cups is a past. The Seven of Cups, this is confusion. This is lack of clarity. Like maybe you don't understand what happened, you know, with an ex, or maybe you don't understand what went wrong with you and a partner. Maybe it's your current partner, something that happened in the past. The Death card is saying there will be a big transformation here. There will be a significant event. For some of you, you could be hearing from someone from the past telling you this is what happened. Maybe this is why I left. For some of you, this can be your current partner, kind of explaining maybe their past behavior. I feel like you were very confused, the Seven of Cups, or you are very confused. You're not seeing things clearly about your past or about your partner's past, and there will be some major breakthrough with the Death card. This is something that changes everything, and you do have that message here with the World. It's time for that old chapter in your life, or maybe you just didn't know what was going on, or you were just really focusing on the past and something painful that happened. It's time for that old chapter to just go away. It's time for new energy to come in. Now, I see your energy here as a King of Cups and a water sign. I see your energy with a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, with the Seven of Wands right here. So the Seven of Wands, this does show that maybe you will be really kind of standing your ground with a fire sign. Now, for some of you where your partner or maybe your ex is not a fire sign, this can even be your energy if you have a moon or rising and a fire sign. It can be that, you know, again, this is very fiery energy right here. So for some of you, if there is no fire sign as your current partner or an ex, then this is all referring to you. The Seven of Wands does mean that you're standing your ground. You're really speaking up for yourself. And it really does seem, especially from that middle row, that you're standing your ground about something that happened in the past, or someone from your past, where maybe this created a lot of emotion for you, the Seven of Cups. Maybe it created a lot of confusion. I just see you being very firm right here with someone. If it's not a fire sign, this is just someone that is in your life right now. Maybe for some of you, like, you just desperately need closure, which could be another meaning from the World. You just desperately need closure. Let me look at the first row again. Yeah, because, I mean, you are starting off with this energy of, like, a new beginning. For some of you, it could be that you just desperately want to start over. The new beginning from the Fool could be something that you really need to think about very carefully with Temperance, because maybe some of you still have some type of attachment to the past. Maybe you've not healed from something from the past, or, you know, maybe there's still some confusion, especially if you're working things out with someone from the past. That's why Temperance is saying take things slow. I just see things moving very quickly with the Knight of Swords. Of course, for everyone, it's going to be different. It could be a completely different situation. Let me get a few more cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? You've got the Six of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? Knight of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? King of Wands. You have that very kind of fiery energy. I mean, you have the Queen of Wands down here. Let me just go through if your partner is a fire sign first. Okay, so if your partner or your ex is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you know, what I see here, of course, you know, their energy is very strong. It could definitely be that this partner really wants to move forward. Because, I mean, first you had the Knight of Swords over here. Now you have the Knight of Wands. This is someone that is very determined to get what they want. This is someone that is never going to give up. You may be hearing this and thinking that's probably me, and it very well could be. I feel like I'm reading for like different kinds of people. Some of you have a partner, an ex was a fire sign, and for others, even if you don't have a moon or rising in a fire sign, you're just feeling really determined to make things work in your love life. You do have the Six of Wands, which represents victory. And I do feel like for most of you, like your energy is just, you're refusing to give up on someone. You're refusing to let go, or you're refusing to lose hope. That is the energy of the Knight of Wands. You're determined. There's something that you really want to see happen in the month of November, which is, it can be reconnecting with someone. It can also just be, maybe reaching a higher level of commitment. You're determined to get a proposal. You're determined for someone to notice you. I just feel like whatever it is that you focus on, like this is what I'm going to get. This is what I want. You have the energy of victory here. But especially if you're really interested in a fire sign, the cards are, on your side, telling you that there's a lot, their presence is very strong in this reading if you are interested in a fire sign. But there is some type of, for others, there could be some type of confrontation with the Seven of Wands where you have to be firm and you really have to stand your ground, perhaps if you're already involved with this person. Okay, let me get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? You've got the Page of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? Page of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for November? Wow, look at that synchronicity. Death over death. Okay, what's the most important message that Pisces needs to hear about their love life for November 2018? Three of Cups. It's your time to be happy. A Three of Cups does represent happiness and joy. This could even represent marriage, the birth of a child. I mean, it's time for a new cycle in your life. So if you've been single, it could be time for you to start a family. It's time for you maybe to just, it's time for you to be happy. And the Death card 2 times does show that maybe there has to be some type of ending in order for there to be a new beginning. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have here. You've got the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, with, of course, death being repeated. So the pages represent communication. So for some of you in the month of November, there can be very important, conversations that you're having about your love life. It could be with an ex. It could be with your current partner. The Page of Wands does represent generally good news. So for some of you, it could be that you've been waiting to hear from someone. Maybe you've been sitting on the edge of your seat just wondering, are they going to call? Are they going to contact me again? I do see communication here very strong with the 2 pages lined up. Again, the Page of Wands is good news. The Page of Cups does mean that there could be a very emotional conversation between you and someone in your life. The Page of Cups, this is someone just, pouring out their heart to you. This can be a declaration of love. And of course, with the Death card repeating itself here, as dramatic as it is, just seeing it one time, you have it 2 times. So for some of you, the message that I see here is that some type of communication or conversation that you have with someone who's significant to you changes everything. Like one conversation changes everything. It could be that one conversation where someone says, I still love you, that changes everything. Or someone tells you, I'm interested in you, I want to get to know you. That changes everything with the Death card repeating itself. I just feel like there's a conversation that will change your life. As dramatic as that sounds, that's what I see. That's what I see in the spread so far. Let me take a look at this a little bit more. The strongest messages that I see here, I feel like for some of you, communication again it's going to be big. It's going to lead to a major change. Also, here the synchronicity with the 6 and 7 of Cups right next to each other, which ironically is right next to the Death card. If there's something from the past that, it hasn't really resolved for you emotionally yet, like you still dwell on it, you still feel really emotional when you think about maybe how things ended with someone, or you get really emotional when you think of something that happened between you and a partner, I feel like there's going to be a big change there, a big transformation here with the Death card. But I also see a lot of fiery energy, just kind of moving this way. This whole row right here, This whole row is from the Suit of Wands, which is fire. There's very fiery energy. So I feel like many of you, you know, you've got the King and Queen of Wands. Actually, they're right next to each other. You can see them here. For some of you, again, if this could be your energy, even if you're not a fire sign, you're just determined to make things work. Maybe you're determined to get somebody back. You're determined to keep your partner. Again, this is the energy of refusing to give up on someone. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to focus just on exes using this spread. This deck, and we're going to see what's going on there. And this can be, you know, this can be for those where maybe you just broke up a few days ago, weeks ago, months ago, even years ago. It can also be maybe you were just dating somebody. Maybe you were, you know, just interested. Maybe there was no serious commitment. You just want to know, is there a chance that you can get back together? Let's look into that. Okay, show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Okay, you had a card that jumped. I'll show you what that is in a minute, and then I'll put it back in the deck. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. What do they need to know for November 2018? Pisces and their ex. Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Pisces and their ex. Okay, so let me show you what jumped. Move this out of the way. The card that jumped is the Ten of Pentacles. So again, we're asking about someone who's no longer in your life, and you have a card of stability. This is a card of relationships and even marriage. So for some of you, this could be what is coming up for you. Okay, let's put it back in there. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. First card, the Emperor. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. The High Priestess. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. The Knight of Cups. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Two of Swords. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Eight of Cups. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. The Two of Wands. Okay, so let's look at this and see what the spread is trying to tell you. You've got the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So I feel like for some of you here, the Emperor is, this is a major arcana. It's the first card that you're starting off with, and you have two right next to each other. The Emperor does represent you taking action. Remember, in the 9-card spread, you had a lot of fiery energy with the King and Queen of Wands. And then the third row was kind of all from the Suit of Wands, all fiery energy. And I felt like it could be that you're very much kind of determined to make something happen. The energy of the Emperor really lines up with that. The Emperor is all about taking charge, being in control, going after what you want. So for some of you, getting back with your ex, or kind of, what happens next with your ex could be up to you. The Emperor does mean that you've got to do something. You hold all the power. This is about you taking charge, taking control of the whole situation. You also have the High Priestess, which means your intuition is right when it comes to your ex. So your intuition could be telling you that maybe breaking up was the best thing that ever happened to you. If your intuition is telling you that, then go with that. For others, it could be that your intuition is telling you that it's not over, because you do have the Knight of Cups on the other side of the High Priestess. And the Knight of Cups does represent a relationship continuing. The Knight of Cups does mean there will be positive movement in this relationship. But of course, we're focusing on a relationship that's not there anymore. That's over. And you actually do have the Goodbye card right here. So I feel like for some of you, it could be up to you, taking action. For some of you, it could be that maybe you have to be the one to maybe talk about getting back together. I mean, I feel like that applies to some of you. And for some of you, it may not be easy. You have the Two of Swords here, which could represent a really difficult decision that you have to make. And that could be for some of you where maybe there's someone else in the picture. Like maybe you have to end a relationship to be with someone that you really love. Maybe you have to leave behind someone else. I mean, the main energy from the previous spread that I did for you was the World. I mean, the World was saying that there's a new beginning waiting for you, but you've got to close the door to that old chapter in your life. For some of you, it could be another relationship. It could either be you or your partner. The Emperor is just about be in control, be empowered, use your intuition. Now, for some of you, it can be that maybe you have to move towards your ex. Maybe you have to take action. For others, it could just be that you've got to be empowered when it comes to maybe going down that road again, because you did have the Seven of Wands, which is confrontational energy. You've got to be firm with them. So maybe if you're allowing your ex back into your life, especially if it was kind of an unhealthy relationship, where there were a lot of ups and downs, if you're going to take them back, which I feel like for some of you, you will with the Knight of Cups here, like do it in an empowered way. Make sure that you're setting clear boundaries. Make sure that you feel in control in this relationship. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition. If your intuition is saying, do not trust this person, they're just going to do it all over again, do this with your eyes wide open. But I do see movement there with the Knight of Cups. This does represent someone trying to get you back, someone trying to romance you. This could even be a proposal as far as getting back together. For others, it could even be a marriage proposal. Now, on the bottom row, you have the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So the Two of Swords does usually represent that something is really complicated. Something is really difficult. Maybe there's a difficult decision. I mean, seeing the Eight of Cups here, it could be that someone maybe broke up with you. Maybe they really didn't want to. I mean, I feel like that applies for some of you. The Two of Swords, this is like somebody that is kind of, I mean, being overly dramatic here, but sometimes this means someone is like having to make a decision practically at gunpoint. You know, a really difficult decision that they really do not want to make. And this could have been breaking up with you, with the Eight of Cups being there, which is, this is a decision to move on. The Two of Swords can also be that maybe you have a really difficult decision to make when it comes to allowing someone back into your life. Maybe someone where, you know, the breakup, which is actually showing up here. Many of the signs have been having the Eight of Cups pop up here in the X spread, which means I feel like for some of you, like the issues why you broke up, they're still there. Or it could be that you have not healed from the breakup. There's some type of a difficult decision maybe that you have to make. Like, you know, maybe trusting them again. Or maybe ending another relationship. You do have a message of waiting with the Three of Wands. This does represent that there could be better timing for you and for your ex. It could be that maybe you have to wait for this reunion to happen. I mean, I do see many of you connecting again with the Knight of Cups being here. The Emperor is saying, you know, if you are going to allow this relationship to continue, do it in a way where you feel that you're still in control. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you it's not over, they've changed, we can work things out this time, and definitely go with that. But I feel like for many of you, like you haven't healed from the breakup, from somebody walking away. There could be a decision that you know, maybe the decision of taking them back is something that you really have to think about. You did have the Temperance card and the 9-card spread, which it was in the first, I think it was in the first row, which does represent, you know, don't jump the gun on something. Like really think about something very carefully. Here it is. Because you started with a new beginning when we did the 9-card spread. There was a new beginning there. It was the Fool, which is, you know, a very risky new beginning where there are no guarantees. And for those where, you know, where you're watching because you're focusing on an ex, it could be that this new beginning is with someone who let you down. And now maybe they're very quick, you know, wanting to get you back. Maybe you want to kind of sit on this for a while. Again, the Three of Wands does represent waiting or delays. Maybe waiting for a better opportunity. Maybe just waiting until you feel comfortable trusting them again or allowing them back into your life. But I feel like for many of you, there is a chance here with the Knight of Cups. But I feel like there's something maybe you need to resolve as far as why you broke up. Again, maybe you will take them back, but do it in a way where you feel like you're in control and you feel good about the decision that you made. Okay, Pisces, this has been your love reading for November 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.